Because CSDX and welcome to this video. Infamous. Infamous is... Infamous is... How the fuck do I describe... Infamous is a video game series about deciding one's destiny after obtaining superpowers, and is developed by Sucker Punch Productions, who are probably best known for developing the Sly Cooper series minus Thieves in Time. The game, being based on comic book superheroes, honestly did pretty well for itself that it spawned a number of sequels, including a non-canon entry that may as well be a Halloween special. The games did pretty well for themselves critically for the most part, and I gotta wonder just what people really liked about the first entry that spawned this series. By the way, anyone else getting some Spider-Man vibes from these games? I think that's probably nothing. Let's get right into Infamous. Press start? Yeah, okay. Jesus Christ, all I did was press a button! Actually, it appears that all of this carnage started as a result of an unrelated explosion, and in the middle of it is Cole McGrath, who has to get the heck out of there! Wait, he's got his powers already, or was this his power-obtaining moment? Eventually, though, he passes out, and we cut to something that I'd say Sucker Punch is best known for, animated cutscenes. Trust me, they're not the best with mouth movements, let alone body animations. It's better this way. Weeks pass as Cole has been training himself in how to use his newfound powers, which included fixing the TV. Now that's practical. So they're basically stuck in the city under quarantine as a result of the explosion, with the government regularly sending food and supplies before refusing to let anyone in or out, almost as if they're hiding some ulterior motive. They also have a comedy sidekick guy named Zeke, and he's... well... he sounds and looks like one of those sleazy Hollywood pervert producers if he were Southern. I could make a Weinstein joke, but he's getting his comeuppance, so I don't think it's needed. Anyway, we gotta jump off the roof now so we can eat... Wait, what?!
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, that wasn't so bad. What the hell is this running cycle? Seriously, I get that this was something new that Sucker Punch was trying out, but the animations for the characters are just... yeesh! Hell, there's even been a few visual glitches here and there, as well as a rare yet unwelcome frame dip or two. Again, this was their first attempt at a more realistic looking game, so I can't 100% fault them for it. Especially when I don't usually care about how a game looks. So it turns out the crate got caught up high, and since we can survive a death drop somehow, we're the one that has to knock it down. Can't I just shoot it down from here? Okay, guess not. I can't find a place to shoot. Well, at least I went to Breath of the Wild Climbing Academy for this. Before we can eat, though, the main villains come to roost in a street game known as the Reapers. Let's beat the shit out of them! So we're then given our first karma choice. We can either let the crowd get some food before Cole and Zeke do, or we can literally electrocute one of them and scare the rest away. What the hell do you think I am, a Trump? Oh, right, Oh. What the hell do you think I am, a 4chan user? Nailed it? Yes, I felt the same way. So there are multiple moments throughout this game where you can choose to go on the path of a hero or to be, as the title of the game suggests, infamous. However, I legitimately don't like doing the evil paths in video games, let alone anything else, so of course I let the crowd get their fill. I mean, hell, Second Son is your first decision on whether you sell out a sweet old lady or not, and there is no way I could let them hurt her like that. Even though they do it regardless. At least I tried. However, some douchebag on a TV screen lets it slip out that Cole was actually the one that caused the explosion. Somehow. Yeah, I mean, he's a protagonist, so it's apparent he'd be involved in some way. Unfortunately, this upsets a ton of people, making your reputation worse than the GOP's. Oh, just let me have this one! Zeke, however, suggests that we try and escape, and feels that our powers could actually help everyone get out. Oh boy, we're almost at Jesus Christmas! My god, they literally just gunned them down in cold blood! This is like that Call of Duty controversy, except we actually give a damn about the game. So Zeke ends up escaping into the harbor, yeah, like he's gonna survive that fall, spoiler he does, and Cole escapes right into a metal containment box. Smooth move, moron. However, an FBI agent named Moya requests his aid, stating that her husband was to infiltrate a group known as the First Sons, which does explain the title of the third main entry, that was working on something called the Ray Sphere. And from the sound of it, it seems to be what caused us to get these powers. Well, now the game really begins. Now, despite the fact that this has only been like, 3 minutes since I started the video or so? This is as far as I'm going, specifically because, shout out to the guy that requested it, my good friend, I don't know if he wants his name mentioned, so I'll just refer to him as Anon, I guess, I don't know. A good friend of mine wanted this video requested. He basically requested a review on inFAMOUS. No spoilers, so it won't be going any further with this real story. But I'm sure you're all wondering, how is the gameplay? It's pretty cool. Okay, I say that, but there are a few frustrations I do have about this game. I'm basically trying to make sure I get on the good path with my choices about how I fight the Reapers and all that. But I found myself occasionally doing things that would clearly give me evil karma, most of the time completely on accident. For example, as I was trying to electrify Reapers, I sometimes accidentally hit their head, which I think shows up as an evil karma sort of thing, and since I can't restrain them, it basically is pointing out that I killed them. You have to be really careful with your actions when going towards the good path, making sure you don't hurt anyone other than the Reapers, as well as making sure to heal civilians that are hurt, whether it be from unrelated matters or your own doing. I can only presume that it is an easier time doing the evil route, which I guess is symbolic in that it's easy to hate someone, and it's easier to hurt people if you've no concern for anyone but yourself. Which I don't like, so I don't do evil paths or anything. Personally, even with all the little mistakes you make with trying to be good, I feel it's entirely worth it to keep doing good, considering that it's awesome to help people. Either way, my blatant holier-than-thou crappiness aside, you still do benefit from being good or evil regardless, through your upgrades and powers that you get, which are all unlocked as the game goes on, but must be purchased through experience points, or XP for short. What makes this interesting is that while XP are usually accumulated over time with level ups in other games, this game has you earn XP but use it as currency for unlocking moves, and everything from how you defeat enemies to the main and side missions you do results in a certain amount of XP. There are also stunts you can pull off that will reward you with XP, though I've not been able to tell if they result in evil karma or if they're neutral or are just actions that you can do that will get you XP regardless. There are even some collectibles for the completionist type out there, including dead drop calls that you find by using your phone on a satellite to collect messages left behind by Moya's husband as clues to where he's being held in blast jars that you can collect to add more battery cores to your electricity meter, which determines how much you have in storage, if you will. Certain powers are worth more electricity than other maneuvers, but every now and then you will need to recharge. Thankfully, you can check for some recharge stations by clicking the left stick and then holding L2 when near it, so you'll be ready for more zapping. That is until a few story-related matters where the city runs out of power, and not only do you have to restore it, but you have to make sure you're able to recharge yourself first. Thankfully, it turns out that a bunch of abandoned destroyed cars are the perfect recharge station. Hey, I did say a bunch, not just one. Of course, restoring power to the generators to power the city, or namely the part where you become a human live wire for about 5 seconds, allows you to unlock new powers to better help you battle the Reapers, such as shock grenades and a thunder drop. However, the best one of them all? Wire skating. There's also side missions, some of which are considered good or evil depending on the color it shows when choosing it or of the icon of the map. You do a good side mission, you lock yourself out of the evil side missions, and this obviously works vice versa. I personally feel that this sort of thing helps add to the replay value of this game, as you can mix it up by doing some good, some evil, or you can go straight through just good or just evil. Though I didn't entirely enjoy some of the side missions I did play, namely the one that was an escort mission and the tedious ones where I had to climb all over a building to disable these surveillance devices, and I legit couldn't freaking zap this one, no matter how I freaking— oh, I got it. That took 5 minutes, which is 4 too many. Seriously though, I get that the message of the game comes off like a Spider-Man thing, but I can't just crawl over the building like a Jesus-sucking Spider-Boy! And that's honestly all I have to say about the game. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely a game worth your time, even with the visual glitches and frame rate dips, but those are really minor problems I have that don't really affect the game at its core. I mean, again, this was Sucker Punch's first attempt at a game like this, so obviously I can let it slide. I think it's definitely worth your time. However, I'm not going to spoil this entirely for you, but there is a twist, and it is pretty freaking insane. I'm hoping you'll check the game out specifically on that alone. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to try and collect all those blast shards. Alright, let me just save my game. That's 350! Oh, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good.